Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about the Zandalar tribe, as well as the ZG instance, and just sort of cover all these small little niche things and things that you can do for your class, because a lot of it is actually rather confusing, and this was a viewer-requested guide, so I'm just going to break it all down, first starting off with the island, and then we will move into ZG to show you all these super niche things that you need to know. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So we are here at Yojamba Isle in Stranglethorn Vale, about coordinates 1515, all the way in the northwest corner up here. And as you can see, there are a ton of quests that you have the availability to do. So the first one, and probably the most important one, is to get Collection Ahead. This is just, you have to go into ZG, kill 5 bosses, get their heads, and then string them together. You'll pretty much complete it every time you do a raid. And then you go in here and you turn this in and give him that, and you'll be able to get some nice catch-up gear. I'll probably go ahead and take this waste just because it has 1% hit on it. I doubt I'll ever use it, but it might be good. This gives you 200 rep with the Zandalar tribe, so it is pretty nice, as well as it also gives you 9 gold. Then the next thing to make sure that you are going to be doing is the Bijou quest and coin quest. So this guy over here has the bijous and coins, so you need to make sure you get this quest called a bijou for Zanza, and then you have stacks of coins as well. So you need to get this quest, you need to have a bijou, and as you see, I have 3 bijous. For this example, I'm going to walk over here and use one. You can also give him 3 coin sets, but bijous are the easiest and most simple. You can do the coins if you want to, but you get 3 of 9 coins, and then you bring them over here. So you have to be right here at this altar to destroy the bijou, and then you get a Zandalar honor token. So I'm going to go ahead and destroy these other bijous, because you get 75 rep per bijou that you are destroying, and then we are going to get all 3 of these, and then we are going to then head and turn in this quest over here. So we just got 75 times 3, so that is 225 rep, and then we have these honor tokens, which you can use to get even more rep, but the honor tokens are used to buy your Zanzas, which is another consumable that you are going to want. So we complete this quest, you get 5 gold and another honor token, as well as 150 reputation. So we can use one of these honor tokens, and they give you 50 rep with the Zandalar tribe. Now the only other way is, these are the coins right here, so you can turn in these sets that you can see right here. These give a decent amount of rep, and they do reward, I believe, another honor token. And then that is it for those reps, and then you can sort of turn them in and do that. It's up to you whether you want to do coins, bijous, just look at the cost of all of them. Bijous are definitely easier. The next thing to talk about is your ZG tier gear set. So one of them is the neck piece that just increases based off of reputation. The other 3 others are going to be items that drop in the raid, so these class tokens, and the class tokens are really weird. Like, it's priest, warlock, druid for ZG. They didn't change it here in SOD, and it is just different from the MC tokens that you see with that. Then each class has a guy for their gear. So this berserker over here is the plate gear. This guy over here is the mail gear, the sightless over here. And then we have the leather right over here that you can see under the tower. And at the top of the tower is the cloth gear. So I'm going to demonstrate turning in these bracers for my druid here. And then we're going to turn these in with that. Then we will get this gear, which is pretty good for Boomkin, but you don't really need it for Feral tanking druid, which is what I am. So we turn that in, and we get 4 gold as well as our piece of tier gear. The next one is Enchanted South Seas Kelp. This is a quest, and this is how you get your class necklace. So every tier of reputation from friendly upward, you get a new neck. So I'm going to turn this in, and now that I am already honored with them, I'm going to give them my neck, and then I'm going to get an even better neck. And every time you turn it in, you do get a decent amount of gold. So that was the friendly and honored. Once I am revered, I will get another neck that I can turn in. And then each of the tier quests require friendly, honored, and revered. So the bracers I just turned in require friendly, and then the chest piece will require honored or revered with them in order to get that. Then this guy right here is where you turn in your honor tokens for rewards. So you can get essence mangoes, which are terrible, and I hope they buff these, but it is not worth turning in a token for. But once you get revered and exalted, you will be able to get Zanzas and other awesome consumables from these guys. And this is how you get your enchants as well later on. So you'll get enchants, I believe, are exalted, and the enchants are exalted, and then the Zanzas are revered in order to get it with them. I'm going to double check here and go to the factions just to make sure I am correct on that information. So right here, okay, enchants are exalted and Zanzas are revered, as you can see, so I am correct with that. So these are the Bish shoulder enchants that you'll be using, and then revered is going to be Zanzas, and you will trade these honor tokens for those materials. So I would highly recommend not to spend all your honor tokens and calculate it all out. Then you can also trade this guy for recipes. So like, I'm a leather worker, so I can make all this primal bat and mail and leather gear as well. That is where you get bloodvine. That is where you get all the other stuff. So the next two things I'm going to explain is the Gurubashi Arena Madness, and then I'm going to show you what to do with the fishing quest. So I'm going to head into ZG, and I will see you when I get there. Alrighty guys, so in order to get into ZG, you do need to be in a raid group. A little trick is you can have a friend invite one of your alts, log off, invite your other character, turn it into a raid group, and then you are good. We are right here above the snake boss, and it's the area called the coil here, and we are going to go show you how to get your nice ZG enchants. So the two things you are going to need are going to be a primal Hikari idol. You need to be at least friendly with ZG, and then you need a punctured voodoo doll. The voodoo dolls are gathered from voodoo piles that are just around ZG. You'll see them and notice them. I will try to point them out if we run into them, but then you talk to this dude and you give him these things, and then you can actually pick between the idols you want. So there's a as a druid, you have one for strength, agi, stam. You have one for stam, strength, defense. You have stamina, hit, and spell damage, and then stamina, int, and healing. So for me as a tank, I'm going to take the stam, strength, defense one. I could take the agi one as well. Both are decent. It just really depends. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that so I am tankier. This also gives you 100 rep. These enchants go on your leg and head, so I wouldn't recommend using them until you have your Bish piece. So my leg and head are 20 FR enchanted for fire res, and they are last phases gear. So I'm not going to do this until I get my tier 2 leg and head, because I want to make sure I have the proper gear in case we do MC again. But that is how you get your ZG enchants. The trash does actually respawn. This is a cleared ID from last night, but as you can see, the trash is everywhere. So I'm going to make my way to the Gurubashi arena, or it's not the arena, it is the Madness arena here, and I'm going to show you guys how to do the Madness event. You need to have an alchemist, and you have to train Gurubashi Mojo Madness, which you actually train at the back of this area on a tablet here. And then you need powerful mojos, which are dropped from the boss, a black lotus, and a massive mojo. The mojos drop here, and the blood of heroes you get from the eastern and western plague lands. There are bloods that are around that drop elites, and so you need to come here and you right click the tablet of madness, and this is how you are going to learn the recipe. As you can see, I already learned it, so I cannot do anything. And then you need to summon one of 4 bosses. Here inside, you get to pick which boss you want to spawn, so you can click the tablets, and then you get a debuff, and then you come right here and you use your Gurubashi Mojo on the brazier, and it will spawn. You need to do this 4 resets, essentially, killing each boss, and each boss drops 3 of them, so 3 people can do it at one time. And then when you have all 4 of the items, you combine it with a voodoo doll, and you will get your class trinket. So like, as you see for Druid right here, it's Whoosh Face Charm of Nature. It's great for boomkins, but other than that, you don't really need it. as a tank or any of the other classes. So that is just something to keep in mind and pay attention to. And then next we are going to head down to the fishing boss, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'll see you when we get there. So while we can't get it, this voodoo pile right here is what you would open up in order to get the punctured voodoo doll. So as you can see, it's in the middle here by this tiger. So that's an example of that. There are a few you can stealth and go, but the voodoo dolls are pretty cheap at the moment. So there's no real reason to go out and try to die in order to get them. So I'm actually going to jump down here and go to the next place that we are trying to get to. I'm a tank, so these fish probably won't attack me, but this is, or be able to kill me, but this is the fishing camp. It's called Paggle's Point, and in order to summon the fishing boss, you need to come here to the point and you need to grab the reel. So this battered tackle box right here, you're going to use this, and this starts the quest in order to do the fishing boss. So you have to return his measuring tape to Nat Pagel, who is here in Dustswallow Marsh. He is right here at this island at coordinates about 6055, I believe. Oh, sorry, he's right here at 5859. So we're going to take this and turn it into him, and then he will sell a reel that you need to buy. And then in order to activate the reel, you need to fish these muddy churning waters here along the coastline of ZG. This is best done when you have already cleared the instance, because as you can see, there are some crocodiles that can pose a serious problem. But you need to have 425 fishing in order to fish them up, and you cannot fish in combat. So we are going to walk away from that frenzy, drop combat, and then I'm going to show you the fishing process. So we're going to use our hat, our rod, and then we need to have 425 to make sure we do not fail. So as you can see, we are almost there with our fishing skill. If we put on an aqua attractor here, we will be there. So that is plus 100, but you need 425 to fish them without fail, and you do not have to have done the quest in order to fish them. You just have to be able to have it and do the fishing. So we need to make sure for this frenzy and be careful. If you are a class that can kill them, you might want to consider just doing that as well, because it'll make your life a lot easier. So we got a raw white scale salmon. That's not really what we're looking for, but as you can see, can't fish in combat, so we're running up here to get out of combat with that fish, and then we will head back down there in order to fish this pool. So there are ways to do it that are a lot easier, but you can sit up on this rock. We got this pool, so I'm going to get this fish just to show you exactly what it is, and make sure your fishing level is essentially capped in order to do it. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of problems. So there is the Zulian mud skunk. We need to fish 5 of these in order to use the reel, which we are going to go to Nat Pagel and get. We're going to buy a few of them just so we're able to do it. You can actually buy the reel, and you can buy the mud skunks off the auction house if you do want to summon it yourself. So as you can see, that pool gave us 2 mud skunks as well. So this is actually a farm that you can do as well if you are interested in that. But anyway, guys, that is it for ZG and pretty much everything you need to know about it. Those are how you get your enchants. That is how you summon the fishing boss and the full process you do with that. We talked about the arena as well. And I think that really covers everything you need to know about ZG and the Zandalar tribe. So I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, anything you'd like to add, anything you think I missed, definitely drop it down below and I will do my very best to answer it. But until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.